Hey everyone, we are back with the ABC Murders. As you can see, I am 71% through with the game, but just barely over. I have just barely over half of the ego points, which leads me to believe I missed quite a few of them. But I guess we'll find out as we go along. So let's see where we're at. I have to telephone Jap, so let's do that. And I have...
Chief Inspector, we are looking for a stocking salesman.
Oh, yeah.
I see you have a suspect?
Yep.
Yes. Contact all the stocking wholesalers who may employ him.
Your suspect is a salesman?
No, he does not take orders. He sells door to door.
Right. The hunt is on.
Good job. Thanks for doing it for me. The more work you do, the less work I have to do. Doncaster. I forget what his name is, but I do know that the initials are ABC.
Are you leaving, Mr. Cust?
Yes, I'm going to Cheltenham.
Alexander Bonaparte.
You shouldn't travel today. You don't look very well.
He lied about where he's going to.
I have engagements. I must respect them.
He lied about where he's going because he told her last time, and then she was all like, oh my god, there was a murder there.
Can you get the post, Hastings?
And why don't you go and get it yourself?
Well.
Très bien.
So snippy.
What's going on? I've never known Hastings to be so disagreeable.
Alright, let's go get the mail. Somebody needs, like, coffee or something. He's a bit snippy today. It's Blank. Just kidding, it's never Blank.
Poor Mr. Poirot. I'm quite sorry for you. If at first you don't succeed, try again. We've a long way to go still. Typery? No, that comes later. Letter T. The next little incident will take place in Doncaster on September 11th. So long. ABC.
When was this game developed?
I should compare this letter with the one on my desk which I received earlier to see if it does indeed come from the same person.
I can already tell it comes from the same person. We don't have to compare it again. And today is September 11th. Quick and base. Yep, I remember what the old oddities were in the letters, so I can tell just by glancing at it that it's the same person.
Let us examine this more closely.
The I's, the W's, the A's.
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects.
Like the I's?
Yes, this I is weird. Right, let us compare this with the other letter.
Uh-huh. We've only done this about 1,000,000 times already.
Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects.
And then...
I have to find some other...
I have also stopped playing the game and continued playing the game multiple times. And I still remember what the issues are.
Let us compare.
I'm trying to, like, click through this as fast as possible.
Of course.
Yes, the W's.
I have to find some...
But also the A's. And he's only got one A in this one that I can see. And
yes, the A...
It's in the signature, so it's in every single letter. This A.
That's right. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter.
How about that?
Hastings, he strikes tomorrow. Chief Inspector
Tomorrow?
Jap.
He's on another line. Can I take a message?
Yes, please, mademoiselle. It is from Hercule Poirot. Tell him ABC strikes tomorrow in Doncaster. He must call me back.
Very well, sir.
I would have been so upset if somebody called me and gave me that name.
Yeah, now I'm going to see what I can find from these burnt documents.
I never would have been able to repeat
the product I need. Hastings, if you do not mind, I would like you to take a few notes.
Take
Yes.
your own notes.
Yes.
What are your thumbs broken? Decipher the burned documents. So I have them.
If someone has tried to get rid of these documents, they may be important.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to trigger this. Decipher the burned documents. I have them. Do I have to talk to, my hint buddy?
So, how are you getting on? I'm ready to take notes.
Do we have to leave
Now,
to do this?
down to work.
Oh, okay. Oof.
One of these needs putting in order a little.
I did not click anything. It just cut itself off. Oh. Okay. Am I... I'm not 100% sure what I'm supposed to do here. I put something down. Okay. It's a beginning. Alright. I can't move that one. I can move this one, though.
This page is Child's Play.
Okay. We're on to something. I'm not sure if this is accurate, but... as far as I know, I can't, like, rotate anything. I can just pick it up. Or this goes here. Maybe. Kind of.
This page is finished.
Oh, okay. Well...
That's done. 3 more to go.
Okay. So... Alright. I'm still... So I guess this is my starter. I would assume... Whew, sorry. I don't even know how much effort they require on my part. If I could just pick it up and drop it. Like, in about the right spot. It'll just give it to me. Yeah, pretty much.
This page is finished.
It's basically just
And
pick
that's
it up...
2 done. It's easier than I thought.
Pick it up and drop it, and you'll be good to go. Okay. Now it's gonna make a liar out of me. That goes there. This still looks like it belongs over here. Yeah, more or less. There's some text there. This one's probably up top. This one's probably on the bottom.
This page is finished.
I'm really glad we took the pieces
Only
that
one
had
more.
no writing on
going.
them and made sure they were in the right spot. Oakley dokley. That one looks like it goes about there. That one probably goes there-ish. This one, probably there. This is upper right
This
corner.
page will be reconstructed in a flat.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's only one piece left.
This page is finished.
All right, that's all of them.
All the
4
pages are reconstructed.
Oh. So now we dump this on there?
A bottle of solvent.
Or do we dump the solvent on the rag?
A dry cloth.
Oh, there was a prompt to pick something up and it disappeared. Okay.
A dry cloth.
Click the cloth. Oh, maybe I put the cloth over the paper?
A dry cloth.
Nope. I
A
can't
bottle of solvent.
dump the solvent directly on the page. I can't dump the solvent on the cloth.
A dry
can't
cloth.
Put the cloth with the solvent, and I can't put the cloth with the pages.
A dry cloth.
Oh, see, it like disappeared again. This is the new letter.
A dry cloth.
Help.
A dry cloth.
I thought I saw the hand change for a second.
A dry cloth. A dry cloth. A bottle of solvent.
Ah! A bottle of solvent.
A bottle of solvent.
You can see it in there. But you can't do a thing with it.
All the pages are reconstructed.
I right-clicked. That's what happened when I did that. Let's see if there's anywhere else I can click that I'm just not... Oh no, there's literally only 2 things I can interact with. How come I can't figure this out? No. No.
A dry cloth.
Unless it's broken. It wouldn't be the first time.
A dry cloth. A dry cloth. A dry cloth. A dry cloth.
Okay,
A dry cloth.
so this game isn't exactly foolproof.
A dry cloth. A dry cloth.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
A dry cloth.
Oh no.
A dry cloth.
Okay, I might have broken it.
A dry cloth.
Just a little bit.
A dry cloth. All the pages are reconstructed.
Let's try this again. I still cannot interact with the pages. There we go. Okay. So yeah, every once in a while the game
The cloth
bugs
is now soaked with solvent.
a little bit, and you have to like go out and come back to get it to work. Every once in a while, it just bugs out.
Got it. Make a note, Hastings. Make a note. Mrs. Alice Asher, shop owner in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, prescribed laudanum.
I got it. Look,
Huh?
Poirot, where on earth did you find these files?
On a fire at the bottom of the garden at campsite.
It is not important.
All right, but where did the person who burned them find them?
Who burned them would probably be a better question. Read the constructed documents. Okay.
Alice Asher, shopkeeper in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, chronic cough with loss of blood. Prescribed laudanum-based cough medicine.
Uh-huh.
Betty Barnard, waitress in Bexhill. Chronic bronchitis causing dysphonia. Advised to stop smoking. Alexander Bonaparte Cust. War wounded, mustard gas and head trauma. Pulmonary emphysema. Hemoptysis. Coughing fits with blood. Suffers from absences and amnesia. Dick Dudley Dunbar, owner of the Black Swan Hotel in Doncaster. Asthmatic, heart disease, heart condition.
Well, that's our next
Let us
victim.
now try and get our brain cells to work.
Dick Dunbar is our next. Where did the burn documents come from? How do you need 3 things to determine where they come from? Where did the burn? Okay, Ash's name is visible. Very popular suicide. Okay, this is. Documents came from Dr. Clark's patient records.
The burned documents are medical records, and without a doubt, they come from Clark's archives. First of all, because all the patients have throat conditions. And secondly, their name starts with either A, B, C, or D, and it is precisely the files that match these letters that have been tampered with.
But why burn these files? How come the names of the 2 victims appear on them? And who are the 2 other patients?
The murderer
These
and the
are
next
very good
victim.
questions.
They're painfully obvious. Although we have, like, taken a peek at the potential murderer. So, we might have a little bit of insight. Or maybe it's a red herring. Maybe he's not the murderer at all.
Hello, Poirot?
Any news, Chief Inspector?
You wanted a stocking seller? We have one. Reported by his landlady who thought he was behaving suspiciously. He has the
That's
most unbelievable name.
Alexander Bonaparte Cust.
Yes, Alexander Bonaparte Cust? How did you guess? Poirot, you have magical powers.
I'm a
it's
wizard.
a serious lead. I called Doncaster. A person matching Cust's description has been seen at the station. He got off the train from London, but after that, nobody knows where he went.
The Black Swan in Doncaster.
Look for him at the Black Swan Hotel.
What? How do you know he's there?
Trust
I'm
me,
a
Chief Inspector.
wizard.
You appear to be very sure of yourself. Very well. I'll call the Black Swan straight away. The owner is going to get a shock when he learns that there's a murderer under his roof.
Well, that's a bit presumptuous. I'll do it.
Chief Inspector, I would rather call myself.
As you wish. Please go ahead.
Yes, please, let me call.
Hello, the Black Swan. Hercule Poirot here. May I speak to the owner?
Speaking. Dick Dudley Dunbar. How can I help you?
Is there Mr. Cust among your guests?
He arrived today. Shall I call him for you?
No.
No, it is you I wish to speak with.
But who is this Cust?
Have you heard about the ABC case?
Oh, yes. I must say I'm not all that reassured, what with my name starting with D and all that.
You're in danger.
All your names
Beware
start
of
with
your
D.
guest.
Do you think that Cust might be dangerous? Oh, I do hope you're wrong. He seems so harmless, you know. Oh, yes, completely harmless.
Yeah, we don't want people getting trigger happy.
We must not overestimate the danger. After all, we are not absolutely sure he is guilty.
What should I do?
Don't die. Ask him to overpower him? Just keep an eye on him.
Watch him. If he leaves the hotel, watch where he is heading. I'll call the police in Doncaster immediately. When they arrive, keep out of the way.
Oh, indeed. I shall keep out of the way. I have a bad heart, you see, and a big shot could kill me. Thank you for having warned me.
He's dead.
Hello, Poirot. We have some good news. The police in Doncaster have caught our man at the Black Swan Hotel. They're sending him here by train. While we're waiting to question Cust, we could search his room in London.
Where does he live?
The Marbury Guest House?
I'll see you there.
Yes, but start without me. First of all, I have to sort out a few details for Cust's transfer.
I understand. À bientôt.
No problem.
Hastings, we are making good progress. Please go and search the room of our #1 suspect.
With pleasure. I did have a dentist appointment, but I'll cancel.
The dentist. So that is why you are so nervous and bad-tempered.
A visit to the dentist is never an enjoyable prospect.
He's got a point
But
there.
an unavoidable one. Go
Also
to your
a good
appointment,
point.
Hastings. I will manage on my own.
Yeah. Going to the dentist to me is like the true sign of being an adult. Because it's something you don't want to do. You have to pay for it.
To Marbury Guest House, please.
It would be so much easier to just not do it at all. Save yourself the money, save yourself the pain, but you'll regret it down the line. Almost 100% you'll regret not going sooner. It'll cost you more and you'll be in way more pain.
Marbury. There is a very pretty village by this name in Cheshire.
Marbury Guest House. 150p? 150q it's gotta be for the month. Oh, she's having a good day. Well, so far.
It looks like I've found the real master of this house.
The kitty is a kitty. This cat portrait and a little cat toy and a little cat pillow.
There is no need to worry about the household cat. I'm sure that Mrs. Marbury lets it do what it pleases.
Yep. Well, I mean, all cats, you pretty much have to let them do what they want.
How do you do? You must be Mr. Hercule Poirot. Chief Inspector Japp told me that you might be coming.
That's me. I'm a detective. Get annoyed seeing her peel potatoes. That's so random.
Madame,
how dare you?
You may be of valuable help to me.
How dare you
It
peel
would
potatoes?
be my pleasure to help you. Will there be some journalists there as well?
She's
I
such a
think
busy
you
lady.
might even be interviewed. You are key witness.
I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms about. But even then, he wasn't frightening. And he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham, but my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Cuss left behind an ABC with Doncaster underlined. As you can imagine, when I saw that, I called Scotland Yard.
Ask her how she knew about ABC. Yeah, she's
One
already
moment,
got a big
please.
head.
How did you know that Cust had underlined Doncaster in his railway guide?
I went and had a look in his room.
She's
I see.
got a big nose.
Do you make a habit of
Sticks in
searching through
everyone's
your lodger's
business.
belongings?
Well, what are you going to do later? I bet you're going to poke around his room too.
Tell me, did you have any other reason to suspect Mr. Cust?
He's rather queer. He talks to himself. He has a bad cough. Because of the war, he says.
The mustard
And
gas.
then he was in Churston when that millionaire got murdered. I found his train ticket when I washed his coat. He didn't want me to wash his shirt. He washed it himself. But I did see big brown stains on it.
Where were the stains?
Where were the stains on the shirt?
Can't recall.
Cut used to travel for his work. Is that correct?
Yes, although he was unwell on trains.
Do you know where Cust was at the time of the murder in Andover and Bexhill? On June the 21st and July the 25th?
No idea.
But surely you keep a register.
It won't do you much good. Mr. Cuss rents his room for the year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it. Ah, I remember one thing. Bexhill's by the sea, right?
Indeed, it is a large seaside resort.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Cust asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're not gonna let's let
Very
her.
interesting. Please continue.
I also forgot to say that he started buying newspapers that talked about the case.
Ask when he started buying newspapers. Details about the newspapers.
Which newspapers?
The evening ones and the daily ones.
That will be all for now. I'm going to take a look at his room.
Take the key on the counter.
How dare you peel potatoes in my presence? Let's observe her while she's busy peeling potatoes.
This woman appears to be in a bad mood.
Jerky movements. Annoyed face.
Mrs. Marbury is taking out her bad mood on the evening meal's potato.
Well, better potatoes than somebody. I wonder why she's annoyed.
I don't think my register will help you. Mr. Cuss rents his room all year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it.
Guest register.
The truth is becoming apparent, and I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury.
Can I have the keys?
I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury.
Uh-huh. I mean, we could talk to her, no problem. She's right here. I just wanted the key.
Mrs. Marbury is taking out her bad mood on the evening meal's potato.
Ah! Didn't mean to click this one. I don't know what to say to her, though. He's got something to say.
Mrs. Marbury, if I am to believe the register, you rented room 306 to a certain Mr. Fishman on the day of the Bexhill murder? Room 306 is Cust's room. Can you explain yourself?
Oh.
If I did, it was because Mr. Cust wasn't here. What about it?
She's double booking rooms? Yeah, yeah.
You rented the same room to two people. That's fraud.
Calm down, Mr. Poirot. My lodgings were full and I couldn't let poor Mr. Fishman sleep outside.
Fishman. Can we go look at the room? Let's go look. Unfortunately, now that there have been two people here, sure, why not? Now that there have been two people here, it might be hard to say what belongs to who. What is this? Probably something for his throat. Yep.
Laudanum Cameron's chemists.
Antitussive based.
A medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher. This subject would probably be useful to me.
Well, we already knew he had a problem because of the mustard gas. And he has some psychological issues as well. Oh, a sedative.
Diethyl barbituric acid, Johnson Company. I know this medicine. It is a powerful sedative. This subject would probably be useful to me.
1 teaspoonful every hour for 6 hours? Yikes.
How hopeful. This place is a real mess.
Oh yeah, it's a dump. Look at that. There's some dishes and a slightly misaligned bed and some pants on the chair.
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
What a wreck this room is. Listen, I already have those objects, okay? It's got some boxes with some ABCs in them.
ABC guys. Enough to sign about a dozen murders.
Well, I suppose he'd have
closed.
time to pick up more.
It's closed. It's closed.
Okay. He'd have time to pick up more before he got to the tail end.
It's closed.
Open it. I can't. Let's look again. I don't think I have an item I can use. I don't. Let's wait and see if I get something.
The Bexhill Daily paper, dated from the day of the Bexhill murder.
And this is probably the...
All the main articles referring to the ABC case are here, from the Churston murder onwards. Nothing before that date.
Churston?
Trousers, white shirts. Everything has been washed very well.
His bathing
Most
suit?
probably the bathing dress repaired by Mrs. Marbury's expert hands.
1 clues available. I have an issue that I'm not allowed... Oh, let's check this out. Aha! This is... I'll take this. It's just a knife.
A long-bladed knife. A murderer's weapon.
Or just a
The
knife.
subject would probably be useful to me.
Not all knives are made for stabbing.
John Milligan, Managing Director, Silky Legs, Frederick Street, Leicester. To A.B. Cust, Marbury's Guest House, 1935, May the 21st. Dear Sir, further to our letters dated 5th and 10th of the month, we confirm we are you as door-to-door salesman, according to the conditions stated in our previous letters. We will send you the articles by mail and also a Redfield typewriter you will be using for every business letter. Regarding the schedule of your rounds, please do as following. June 21, Andover. Arrive by train the 20th in the evening and get a room at Station Hotel. Start your turn in the north part of the town. This letter establishes that Cust went to Andover, but the ink has hidden the destinations of his other trips. I know from Mrs. Marbury that he went to Churston. I just have to show that he went to Bexhill, and I will have proved that he was present at all the crime scenes.
Okay.
Did Cust drop it when he opened the window? Or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning?
So nosy.
Cust is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left. It is clear that he did not grow up in luxury.
We should test his typewriter to see if it has the same
an
defects.
ABC. I have to get the ribbon. How am I going to do it?
The ribbon? This ribbon? Just grab it. Yeah.
Something is blocking the ribbon. The ribbon is jammed. I have to start by freeing it. The right-hand heel has been removed.
Okay. There's one side. Let's do this side too.
The left-hand heel has been removed.
Can we just take it off now?
Something is blocking the ribbon.
Still? Ah, there we go.
And here is the ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC.
I can already tell you it was. Just
I only need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes.
quadruple gear.
All the letters announcing the murders were written on Cust's typewriter.
Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean that he wrote them. Oh. Oh, I have to look in this box. That's right. Then we gotta grab this shank here and...
This knife is very useful. Who knows? Maybe it never cut anything other than string.
Mm-hmm.
Stockings.
This is why people are innocent until proven guilty. Am I done here? No. What have I missed? Oh!
This dark stain. It could be blood, but goodness knows how long it has been there. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Plus it's like by the sink, just somewhere you might typically find blood. Where was Cust at the time of the Bexhill murder? Key to A.B. Cust's room. He was definitely not here. There you go. Probably in Bexhill on the day of the murder.
The register shows that Cust did not sleep at the guest house on the day of the murder. Where was he? Bexhill. The Bexhill paper reveals it. Cust bought this newspaper in Bexhill on July the 25th.
Oh, it was a Bexhill paper.
No use continuing the inspection of this room. I've seen all there is to see.
I bet you didn't do it. I bet you.
Goodbye, Mrs. Marbury. Thank you for your help.
I look forward to seeing you again, Mr. Poirot.
Do you, though?
Ah, Chief Inspector. I was about to leave.
Good evening, Chief Inspector. Welcome. Please excuse me, I must go to the kitchen. I'll leave the key of Mr. Cust on the counter.
I'm sorry I'm
Whoa.
late. I've spent ages with the Doncaster police. And you?
Ages.
I have established one fact. On 3 occasions, Cust was at the scene on the day of the crimes.
See
It
how
is
there's
not
a-
the right time.
See how there's an issue where I can't get... Though, there we go. I couldn't get it to switch.
I had best talk to Jap.
I couldn't get it to switch from this to, like, a
I've listened
dialogue
closely to what you have to say,
or
Poirot.
inspection.
For me, there's no doubt Cust is guilty. Do you have any element that might prove the contrary?
That is what we're going to look for.
Uh-huh.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
It does seem like he did it. Was it possible for Cust to have killed the 3 victims? Yes. It was possible. Cust was in all the towns. Any common points between Cust and the killer? Okay. He has a ton of ABC guides. He could have committed these murders or crimes. Is Cust's behavior suspicious? He keeps the newspapers. He lied about his destination. And he has blood on him. Guilty. Jeez.
The evidence against Cust is overwhelming. His presence at the scenes, the knife, the blood-stained shirt, the ABCs in a box.
C'est vrai. However, the blood Mrs. Marbury saw on Cust's shirt may have been his own. According to his medical records, he suffers from hemoptysis. The murderer cut Sir Carmichael's throat from behind, and the blood spurted outwards. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes. Yet we see quite the opposite.
We do?
You would expect the murderer to keep the newspaper articles about his crimes. But Cust's collection starts in Cheston, as if it discovered the case rather late.
I agree it's troubling, but it doesn't change my mind. There's small details that we should be able to clear up by questioning Cust.
When can we talk to him?
He's already
Doncaster
decided
is sending him to us on the first train.
that he's guilty.
Are they questioning him already?
He says he can't remember a thing.
It's plausible. Doctors say he suffers from absences and amnesia. Mrs. Marbury has confirmed this.
He may have done the murders in an altered state.
A familiar situation.
It's not enough to clear his name. Dr. Thompson insisted that even if you don't know what you're doing, you never commit a murder without wanting to.
Très
Okay.
intéressant. I shall remember that.
Right.
It's very interesting.
I'll go and examine the suspect's room.
Chief Inspector, I took the liberty of removing a few clues to examinatum.
All right, we'll discuss them tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to see if you've missed something.
I took some things. Alright, no problem. Let's talk about it tomorrow. I have not seen any. It's the kitty! Wow, this place is actually kind of a dive.
I've been going past this modest guest house for so long. I would never have thought that the ABC case would lead me here.
That's adorable. I would be scared to death if my cat were on a windowsill like that. Like, she's gonna jump. 100%. She's gonna jump.
To Scotland Yard, please.
Oh, here we go. Candelabra. Let's take a look at him.
This man is not in good shape.
Nervous. He is rocking. He's got his hands folded.
He is worried and very tired. And other police have been hard on him.
And he's been through a lot. I mean, if he killed people, I'm not defending it. I'm just saying.
What do you want from me?
We know what you did! Confess! Ask he knows who is speaking to him. Present yourself, ask who he is.
Good day, ABC. Do you know who I am?
Someone who's got it in for me.
Agitated.
I am Hercule Poirot, and I want nothing other than the truth.
Ah, you're the detective.
Mm-hmm. Let's ask. Let's ask.
Why did you send me a letter before each crime?
Why all these questions? When are you going to stop pestering me?
When we have the truth. Coughing fit. He is coughing.
He is in no state to reply.
Can we look at Dean
Poor
again?
man. If only I could help him.
What the heck was that?
I am not going to leave before having finished questioning him.
But I can't do anything. Oh, we're back at a point where I can't actually... Like, I can't pick...
I am not going to leave.
Okay, I just wanted to, yeah, reset it so that...
Poor man. If only I could help him.
Wait, do I have stuff I can give him? Oh, I do. This is the
Laudanum.
anti... This is the anti-cough stuff, so let's give him that. Here you go, bud.
Take this. It will help you.
What is it? Poison.
Thank you.
He said through a coughing fit. That stuff will slowly kill you, though. You can die.
Oh, good God, my shirt is covered in blood again.
Mm-hmm.
Bon. I now know where the bloodstains Mrs. Marbury saw came from. Are you well enough to speak?
Yes, I feel much better.
I've sedatives if I get tired of you.
Yes, I am the person you have been sending the letters to.
I didn't write these letters. I've already said so.
They were typed on your typewriter. Acknowledge his innocence.
Maybe you forgot that you wrote these letters.
Yes, it's true. Sometimes I forget. Maybe I did type them.
I really don't believe that he's a murderer.
Are you capable of murder, Mr. Cust?
All these questions are giving me a headache.
Insist the fact that he enjoyed the war.
You suffered during the war.
It's true. I was wounded. I suffered. But... The army was the only place I didn't feel inferior. No questions. Just orders to follow.
But ever since you were wounded, you have absences, bouts of amnesia.
And headaches.
And that cough.
Professor Clark treated you.
Yes, a few years ago he really helped me with my burned throat.
Oof, oof. Oh. No. No. Get him to believe he is innocent.
Of course, you never considered killing a doctor who took such good care of you.
No. No, never.
Whoa.
Do you deny being at the scene of the crimes?
So? There was no harm in being there. It was only for my work.
You were seen at all the crime scenes.
Yes, I was. I travel a lot. but not for pleasure. I am terribly unwell in trains. But I had to respect my engagements. My employer gave me very precise written instructions about the towns I had to visit.
Let's see. The company you claim to work for, Silky Legs,
Silky
has
Legs.
never heard of you. And as for these letters they sent you, they were written on your own typewriter.
The company
can't-
sent me the typewriter when I started working for them.
That can't be true. It
Yes,
wasn't done
but
with the same
letters were
typewriter.
received afterwards.
No. This is weird. Because it's clear that the letter I read from his company was not typed on the typewriter that the other letters were typed on. Because that letter didn't have any of the anomalies that all of the other letters did. So now I'm confused. So it would appear that you typed them before sending them to yourself.
So it would appear that you typed them before sending them to yourself.
I don't remember. Good God! I don't know what's happening to me. My head hurts terribly.
This must suck. Like, to not remember chunks of your life and then for someone to, oh my goodness, someone to tell you that you murdered somebody.
He is prey to a terrible anxiety. Is it remorse? Or simply the pressure of the questioning and the train journey?
She's gonna need a
He is
sedative.
in no state to reply.
Here, calm
Take
yourself.
this. It will help you.
He's making me cough. Pumping his system full of drugs.
I think I'll be fine.
Let us see, Cust. Look at me. You know very well that you committed these murders?
Yes, I know.
But I'm not wrong in saying that you do not know why you committed them.
No, I don't.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. How did this guy, like, sweet talk everybody?
Let us leave Cust alone. He's at the end of his tether.
Alright, let's see what happens. Yes, I killed everybody.
And what conclusions have you drawn?
Plenty. It might help us to understand him a little better.
I'm not sure I buy
Let
it.
us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is Cust innocent? What do we know about his health? What do we know about his health? Well, he has a problem with his throat. He coughs up blood. He suffers from absences. Mentally, physically weak. Not really the profile of a killer. Many clues do not support Cust's guilt in the Churston murders. Okay. You would expect the murder shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not the buttonholes, yet we see quite the opposite. Are there any clues that do not support his guilt? He had no reason to kill them. Maybe this? Then perhaps this. Well, we've exhausted all of these options. There's several details which show that Cuss is not guilty. Can we say without a shadow of doubt that Cuss is guilty? No. We can't. Not guilty.
I don't see any clearer than before. This is worse.
There is one point to highlight. C'est curieux. Cust admits that he killed, but he does not know why. What did Dr. Thompson say? Even if Cost killed while in an altered state, it still must have been his deepest desire. He must have had a motive.
Let's keep it simple. Never mind his motive. He confessed.
But you see, he can confess to anything and everything. He denied the murders and then confessed to them. He confirmed that he never typed the letters. Then, with great ease, I managed to get him say quite the opposite.
Come on, he behaved like a guilty man. He lied to his landlady.
Because deep down he believes himself guilty. From the papers, he noticed that he had always been at the scene of the crimes. He must think that he killed and then simply forgot what he had done.
That's horrible.
How can you be so sure?
Let us look at his psychological profile. You will understand my point of view.
To not remember and be told you murdered
Let us
somebody.
now try and get
just
how
don't
brain
remember.
cells to work.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Is Cust clever? No. Mediocre. Is Cust sure of himself? No. He's very hesitant and shy. Easy to influence. Is Cust a seducer? Medium-sized glasses, not the sort of man you notice. Without any charm. This poor guy. No, he hates trains. Is Cust impulsive? No. Oh, no, he's not. Is he generous? No. He never had anything, so miserly, so we never had anything to give away.
You see? Cust's character is quite the opposite of the murderer's.
But if he's a madman, can we really talk about his character?
You know very well that our murderer does not behave like a psychopath. Apart from the signature, there is no ritual repetition in the choice of victims.
Very well, you're right as always.
Uh-huh.
So we have no confession, no culprit, no suspects, nothing. And all that after 2 months of inquiry?
He
What
really
should I
wanted
do?
to get this guy.
Have faith. Just give me 24 hours.
Got to have faith, faith, faith. Oh, man. This is not a great, like, inspector. He's just like, yeah, that guy's guilty. Like, if it weren't for the letter, Mrs. Asher's husband would have been pegged for the murder, and that would have been that. I'm not even sure, especially if this inspector had his way. Go home.
To White
This is-
Heaven, please.
This inspector is like, everybody's guilty. Put everybody away. How is he the inspector?
Cust's arrest is a great success for you, Poirot. It's all clear now, except maybe 1 or 2 details.
Details. Ah, mon ami.
Mon ami.
The devil is in the detail, as we say.
Excuse me?
Patience, Hastings. Everything will be clear once our guests arrive. Best be prepared. Slip a revolver into your pocket before they do.
A revolver? But Poirot, what are you afraid of?
Things are gonna
Trust
pop
me.
off.
It is important you carry a weapon for this meeting. I will lend you mine.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout
I
pas.
think
You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait 1 moment, I will bring you my weapon.
that would take all the fun out of it. Bring the revolver to Hastings. Like, I know where I keep my gun. Is it on the desk? In the desk? I do not know. Oh. Oh, that was just for a trophy. I do not know where I keep my revolver. By the door? Perhaps. In the alligator? Or a crocodile. No. Where is it? Over here? It's an
Churston,
ABC.
Devon, population.
Oh my goodness, okay. I don't need to know the statistics of Churston and its train schedule.
Hastings' photo album. He is very proud of his bag.
He's a hunter? Right now I'm literally just trying to find a gun here. Oh, I might be over here. Just want to make sure I don't let any mirror go unaffronted with my face.
The white ammunition are blank cartridges. The others are real bullets.
Oh, so I get to pick.
The revolver is loaded with real bullets. I still have time to choose blanks.
Yes, the blanks.
The revolver is loaded with blanks. I still have time to choose real bullets.
Nope. Nope. We ain't gonna kill nobody. We will die before we become a murderer. Here you go, Hastings. My revolver.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role.
Look, I have my weapon. What am I doing with it?
What about...
Surtout pas.
Oh. Here you go.
Voila, I entrust you with my weapon. It has hardly been used. It is almost new.
Gandhi. Alright, before we answer the phone, we are gonna stop it right here before things almost literally start popping off. If you've watched, I thank you. I hope you stick around. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!